Hello, Libra. Welcome to your weekly reading for June 2nd to the 9th. This is for Libra and Libra rising, and we're going to jump right into it, Libra. Come on, this is a loaded week, Libra Nation. This is a wonderful week. If you saw my monthly forecast, you know the first week is the best week of June 2024. Now, you're going to feel a lot of the energies from May spilling over into June, so that's really nice. They're really nice aspects, especially the Sun trining Pluto and also Venus trining Pluto. Wow. So you see that we have Jupiter and Mercury trining Pluto this week. So you see those Pluto trines. It's like this thread. It's this story that's unfolding for you. And Pluto is in Aquarius in your 5th house of love and relationships and pleasure and joy and family and children, creativity, self-expression, recreation, even sex, procreation. I mean, this is definitely going to be a time where you're going to feel a lot of shifts, okay? And on Sunday with Jupiter trine Pluto, first, this is not only one of the best days of the month, it is one of the most powerful days of the year of 2024. It's so powerful. Jupiter trining Pluto, you're going to feel it for over a week, at least, 10 days, 11 days, 12 days. I mean, this is huge, okay? So definitely mark this in your calendar. Remember, Jupiter expands. Jupiter's all about good luck, good fortune, prosperity. Trines are auspicious, and everything is going to be so nice. Now, the thing about this aspect that I really love, Pluto is transformation. It's your transformation story. You are transforming your life at this point, and you may already be feeling that shift happening already. Pluto's also other people's money, other people's resources, shared resources like inheritance, investments, bonuses, commissions, paying off debts, loans, things like that. You may feel a lot of activity around that time, as around this week, actually, with all these Pluto trines, but they're definitely, and intimacy. Pluto is also intimacy. So that romance, in your life is you're definitely gonna feel it. It's definitely gonna be something that really, again, it's this shift that's happening, these winds of change. And I say that because Jupiter is in Gemini, Pluto is in Aquarius, 2 air signs. You're the 3rd air sign. You complete this story. I love this. Now, with that said, that's also something that's very interesting about this aspect, is that this is nobody on this planet has experienced this aspect, okay? And that's because both Jupiter and Pluto are freshly new in these signs. Jupiter, the first time in Gemini in 12 years. Pluto in Aquarius, the first time in 250 years. So unless you're a vampire, you have not experienced this. And so it's really exciting. It's this fresh new energy in these air signs, which is really nice. The other thing that's happening is that Jupiter expands while Pluto is all about rebirth and regeneration. So wow, it's happening right before the new moon. So there are new things definitely happening for you. You are becoming this new version of yourself, Libra Nation 2.0. Like, this is going to be really big and very exciting. And when I say air, by the way, with this aspect, yes, it could be like this huge shift of your mind, your mindset, ideas, and thoughts. Okay, that's what air signs are, and it's also, but I want you to think of it as in like movement and magic and the universe. I mean, this is just such a special aspect. So take advantage of this. This is the big picture here. This is the big picture, and you could be changing the way that you see things, especially with everything that I mentioned earlier, things that bring you joy and pleasure and, love and romance and family, children, like creativity as well. Now, Mercury will sextile Neptune on this same day. I absolutely love it. I know it's not on the calendar. I didn't have room for it, but it's a very harmonious aspect that's also very nice. It's healing is what it is, especially through words, especially through art. I mean, this is a very spiritually moving aspect. Now, one of the reasons why this is definitely going to be really nice for you, Libra, is that it's happening on the same day as Jupiter trines Pluto. Now, remember, Jupiter, Venus, the Sun, they're all in Gemini in your 9th house of spirituality. Okay, so you may feel spiritually moved. You may feel that you're ascending in that area. You may feel the ninth house is also your view on things, your perspective on things, your philosophy. So when I say your mindset's shifting and changing, oh yeah, you're gonna feel that. You're gonna definitely feel it. The other thing is the ninth house is travel. It's long distance travel, but Gemini rules the third house of short distance travel. So will you be traveling, Libra? You tell me, but I would say pretty much likely yes. You are likely going to travel at some point throughout this month. Again, you're going to feel all this Gemini energy throughout this month. So that's really exciting. And lastly, if you're working on a book or, how fun is that? That flipped over the Six of Cups. That shows up in your spread. Then we will definitely talk about that. But I love that energy, the Six of Cups. Oh, it's so sweet. And it's all about sharing and kindness. And it's really wonderful. Anyway, so that's just a little wink. It's a peekaboo from the universe, giving you a little wink there. So the other thing that's happening is, I was talking about publishing and broadcasting. Yeah, that's Gemini rules their ninth house. So that's publishing and broadcasting as well. So I would be surprised if a lot of y'all are thinking about writing a book, especially because that's what Gemini is, a third house, or even finding growth in business and whatnot. But anyway, let's keep going because there's just so much happening. Monday, June 3rd, Mercury moves into Gemini. Mercury moves into its domicile. This is Mercury, who feels at home, who does its best in Gemini. Only here for 2 weeks, so use this. Mercury in Gemini, this is you connecting with others, being very social. This is social fitness. This is definitely sharing ideas, collaborating, being very articulate, feeling intellectually inspired. I absolutely love this aspect. Use it. This is the time, all right, with all this Gemini energy. Remember, this is signing contracts, making business deals. This is also meeting new people, finding people, like doing new things, being curious about new things. A lot of things that have to do with love and relationships. And of course, you see that the next day, we have the Sun conjuncting Venus. So before we even get to that, let's talk about Mercury conjuncting Jupiter. Mercury conjuncting Jupiter is good news, okay? Literally, I mean, that's what it means. Is actually it's Mercury conjuncting Jupiter brings good news. All right, so it is good news that you get good news on this day. The likelihood of getting good news, are you even giving good news around this time? This is a time where you could tell people that you're pregnant or that you're getting married, or like this is a wonderful, like very optimistic day that I really love. It's such a feel good day, but this is also a day where you could have a conversation that does change your life. This is really, really big. This is also you doing something new that is like significant to you, trying something new, really putting yourself out there. I absolutely love this aspect, but again, remember a lot of growth here, a lot of travel too, a lot of writing, researching, but it is one for the books because it's happening the same day that Mercury will also trine Pluto. This is being very influential, all right? So you could find yourself being very influential at this time, influencing others. You could be in a place where you are, remember Pluto's empowerment, right? So just powerful, feeling very empowered, especially if you are giving a lecture or doing like, I don't know, a TED talk or doing a video or whatever it is. Like you could feel like really, people could find you very compelling around this time. Now, with Pluto, there's still money matters that could be happening for you too. Remember, this is a big week of like investments could be a big thing right now. And sure, financially, but also like investing in, relationships or career. I mean, the possibilities are definitely endless here. Mercury trining Pluto is very serious too. Well, when I say serious, Pluto's a serious planet. And so if you do have any sort of conversation around this time, it probably isn't going to be something like small talk, all right? It's not going to be like, hello, DoorDash delivery driver, I love your hat. It's going to be like deeper than that, all right? Pluto has that depth about it. So it will be something Bitcoin level, okay? Something that you're just like, oh, I don't know a lot about this. Let me really, really get involved and research it. And especially because it's Pluto. Research is a big thing here, especially with its Mercury being in Gemini. So there could be a lot of secrets even being revealed. That's a big thing with Mercury trining Pluto. Like this is you very, going Scooby-Doo, really going deep, even psychologically for yourself, or to a point where you may even reveal secrets to people. All right. Something that is liberating for you, Libra rating for you. All right. Something liberating for you. But this is a time where, yeah, honestly, you could, I don't know, you could tell everybody that you're secretly Wonder Woman, and now you're just like, whew, thankfully I got that off my chest. Okay, only if you truly are Wonder Woman. All right, only if you're truly Wonder Woman. But you get what I'm saying here. Now, same day, Sun conjuncting Venus, absolutely amazing. You know that Venus is your ruling planet. The Sun conjuncting Venus. This is all about love. This is love. This is love on every level of love, transcending time, time and space itself. Love, unconditional love. This is even like self-love, being in touch with your superconscious, but a lot of relationship activity here. Enormous potential for love if you're seeking love, okay? With Sun conjuncting Venus, for sure. Remember, this is happening with all these Pluto trines in your 5th house of love and relationships anyway, all right? So this is definitely, and with it being, Sun conjuncting Venus in Gemini, this is you falling in love with someone else's mind. This is you, or vice versa. This is one of those aspects that's, you could be having a conversation with someone that, I don't know, the person whose our car alarm going off right now, you could bump into that person and be like, hey, your car alarm's going off right now. That person could be like, oh, really? But then your conversation gets really deep and you're just like, oh, we were definitely meant to meet. Let's, and then you're there talking about, unicorns for 8 hours. Who knows? This is just a time to be very social because it's Venus at play here, where you could feel like you're most charming, okay? Feeling very attractive, Venus's beauty. Like this is and if you are seeking a soulmate, like, yes, this could be it. This could be it coming after these Pluto trines. Absolutely. All right. So just enjoy the pleasures of life. Now, on Thursday, June 6th, we have that new moon in Gemini. This is going to be really, really, really big. The Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, and Jupiter, all in Gemini. We have the superstellium in Gemini in your 9th house. Again, spirituality, the way you see things, your philosophies, education, higher education. You can think about taking a course, going back to school, doing something with education. Okay. Remember, publishing. You could think about writing a book, starting a website. This is, Gemini. All right. So 3rd house material here. You could be thinking about starting a business, doing something in PR, marketing, all those kind of things. There's just something here that's you may just feel compelled to do something new. It is a new moon in Gemini. All right. One of the most powerful new moons this year with the superstellium. This is, remember, Venus is still conjuncting, Jupiter is still trining Pluto. I mean, like, this is a powerful new moon. So take advantage of it, set intentions, put your energy out there, really manifest, put wheels in motion, plant seeds. Okay. You really want to do this. If you saw my monthly forecast, you know that I said the corresponding full moon in Gemini that's happening in December, it will be conjuncting Jupiter. Why would you not? Talk about reaping rewards. Remember, Jupiter is abundance and growth and whatnot. So anyway, this is definitely going to be one for the books. Now, on Saturday, you see we start moving into those squares. So Venus squaring Saturn on June 8th. Yeah, you could feel a little bit of a squeeze in a relationship around this time. Even money, there could be money matters here. Something that may have to do with work. Remember, Saturn is in Pisces in your 6th house of work. Maybe like hiring employees. Something that has to do with like the process or the system or the structure of work. There's also, the 6th house is health and wellness. So there could be something here. It could even be like the health and wellness of a relationship. Just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. That may be something that does come up. But remember that we also remember that we're just kind of like moving into these squares right now, right? There's so many squares next week that we'll talk about next week, but you see on the same day on June 8th, Mars moves into Taurus. So this is you really, really, Mars is leaving Aries, okay? So where it's at home in its domicile, moving into Taurus. And so Mars and Taurus, Mars is just like, what is going on? What am I doing here? Why is everything so slow? But that's what this is asking of you. Taurus is so or earth sign, so grounded, so grounding. So it's really, and some of y'all may appreciate it because Libras are going through such a big transformation, and this is you having really taking that time, being patient with it now, being patient with it, being very pragmatic about it, being very practical about it. This is Taurus again. We're talking about Taurus here, and Taurus rules your 8th house of transformation. Okay, and again, it's also other people's money, shared resources. It could be royalties, things like that. Things like that. So everything that I mentioned earlier, but remember that this is you. Just spending time in nature is going to be really nice and should be prioritized. Remember, this is Taurus, very nature bound, very associated with nature. So really go out there, go, sit under a tree, go to the river, go to the mountains, go to the beach, go in your backyard, go to, the nearby park. Bring your cat, bring, your crayons, whatever you need, whatever you want to do, but definitely just connect with nature. Okay. Connect with nature. It's got to be something that you're going to appreciate, and think about your long-term goals and really put things in order, kind of like build that roadmap now. And Mars will be in Taurus all month long. Now on the 9th, the sun will square Saturn. So this is when you start feeling that squeeze. As I said in your monthly forecast, these squares are pushing you to, thrive, to grow, to, be the best version of yourself. Now, at this point, if you want to consider, these squares like quicksand, okay? At this point, you are only ankle deep. You're only ankle deep, so you're fine. This is a time where, okay, so you're ankle deep, but you're wearing a backpack, okay? This is a time where you may want to think about, what do I want to remove from my backpack? Okay. The backpack of my life. All right. Because there are some things here where, it could, it's heavy. The Saturn square is a little bit heavy, but it's asking you to think about, what are things that might be overwhelming for me? What are some responsibilities that, I should be handling, or that I shouldn't be handling? What are some things where I feel a little burdened that I can unburden myself? So these are some things, Saturn is testing, but Saturn's also patient. So it's asking you to be patient as well with this slowdown with Mars and Taurus, asking you to be patient as well. Okay. And so keep that in mind. Saturn is also karma. So anything around this weekend, just look through it through like a karmic lens as well. All right. So Libra, with that said, let's see what's going on for you. Oh my goodness, so much happening this week. Libra, let's see what's going on for you for June 2nd to the 9th. Again, this is for Libra and Libra rising, Libra moon, any of those other placements in your chart, if you got to read for those, if you know your birth chart. But let's get started. Oh my goodness, this new moon in Gemini, I cannot even, but so much happening this week. Let's see what's going on for you with June 2nd to the 9th, Libra. So I do a traditional call to cross spread. If we need to pull clarifiers, we will. We will. Libra, y'all are amazing. Libra Nation, what's been going on? Tell me what's going on. I know that y'all are being very social. Y'all are being very social these days. I hope you are. The universe is asking you to be social. Y'all are already natively social, and y'all are billionaires. Did y'all know that? I don't know. I know there's a lot of new people to my channel, but I said this a couple times last year. Fortune magazine did a study where they took, I think it was like the top 100 billionaires in the world or whatever, and they broke it down by what zodiac sign they were, and guess who were the most billionaires in the world? Libras. I'm going to be your friend. Okay, so Libra. Oh wow. Okay. You're good. You're good. You got great things happening for you. Very, very interesting here. Very, very interesting. Let's get started. You got the High Priestess, okay? Really great. Okay, so the High Priestess, the guardian of the subconscious. We really love this. This is someone, the High Priestess comes out when she says, listen, trust your intuition. That's going to make all the difference. You always want to, be in touch with your intuitive side. It really is true too. Listen, we all have intuition. Everybody has intuition. It's a matter of connecting with it, okay? And when you're connected with your intuition, you trust yourself. You're your authentic self as well. You have no fears. You have no doubts. You're good to go. You're good to go. All right. So a lot of those answers, if you're seeking answers that you don't have, you have questions that you're seeking answers for. I mean, they are inside you, like, but it's a matter of just, again, connecting. But it seems like you're going to be absolutely fine here with a 3 of Pentacles and the heart of your spread. So love this, love this. Remember, all this Gemini activity, being social, communicating, bonding, building bonds, building bridges, sharing ideas, but to do all of that, you need other people. You need other people, another person. So again, this is a card actually of working with others to create something new. So there is something where you may want to do this week where you are working with others, whether it is starting some project or starting a new career or starting your own business. It is Pentacles. Okay. So Pentacles, money, wealth, but Pentacles are your physical reality as well. So it could be working with others in terms of maybe family or your friends, but there's something there where it's helping you again grow. It's helping you become like, there's this joy to it. There's a sense of bonding here that's really, really nice. And it is, a 3. So 3 is all about growth and advancement and maturation, but it is, the birth of new things. It's creation as well. So with this new moon in Gemini, there's something new where you're working with others to some capacity that could be really, really nice. And, it is basically, this card is like saying teamwork is what brings success. So communicate, and put yourself out there. Now, you also got the Page of Swords in your challenge area. Looking at what's happening here, there may be someone that you're working with that just kind of maybe a little bit like too much, or someone that just doesn't know enough. All right. So just be cool, put on your cool sunglasses and you're going to be fine. Go do your little catwalk down, Fifth Avenue with your cool hat, the beret that you haven't worn in a long time. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. And just it's going to be, that may be looking at your spread. That's like the only thing that may happen. That may even be your Saturn square, is like, there may be someone that, even like a colleague or someone that you work with or whatnot. Remember, these Saturn squares are in your 6th house of work and whatnot, that you just may have to see eye to eye with, or just, maybe even like educate them. Okay. Remember, you are the educator right now with all this Gemini energy in your 9th house of education. You do have the Knight of Cups, which is really, really, really nice in your crown. So yeah, a lot of y'all are seeking love. A lot of y'all are seeking to work with other people. A lot of y'all are seeking to do something, this new path, this new journey where other people are involved. Keep moving in that direction, okay? A lot of creative energy here as well. So there is that. And remember, don't forget that Pluto in Aquarius, your 5th house of creativity. So you really could be on this. I mean, again, if you're writing a book, you got to be creative for that. If you're doing art, you got to be creative for that. I mean, like, there's so much here where you are definitely wanting to move in this direction anyway. Now, it's also just being emotionally fulfilled, but looking at your spread here, it really is this almost like this higher expression that's happening of, I'm Libra, I'm already social, but now I want to use my network to do things or meet new people to do things. Okay. Now, you've also got Justice in the root of your spread. I absolutely love this. You're going to be fine. Justice is your card, by the way. Justice attributed to Libra. So there is a sense of you just taking action for things. But remember what I said with Saturn, which, by the way, I don't know if you know this, Saturn is actually exalted in your sign. But with these Saturn squares, it really is being true to yourself with anything that happens, having this true perception and being fair with things, having that, fair judgment with any sort of situation that may arise. But at the same time, this is, again, just you taking action for things that you want. All right. And just anything that you don't need, just being very intuitive about removing it. This is really great. This is absolutely amazing. There is, well, let me see. We'll see when we get to your stuff. But you also have the Queen of Swords in your future. Another Libra card. The Queen of Swords is Libra. She's very much like the Justice card. Okay, just that fairness, thinking with her head. Okay, thinking with her head, leaving like all emotions at the door because she doesn't want her emotions to cloud her judgment. Just like the Justice card, you don't see water in any of these cards, right? You don't see any water here, which represents emotion. So really having that clarity, but being headstrong. And it just seems like you are moving in this phase where you are just feeling a lot more empowered. Like you're great. You're going to be really great. Okay. You're good. You're absolutely good. And you may even be in this leadership position too, by the way, where you have to be a little bit more like, okay, we gotta, like don't diddle daddle. You're gonna be fine. You may be in this like position where you are rising above, okay, rising above to where you want to be. All right, in a leadership role. Let's get to your stuff. Libra, oh my diddly days, y'all. This is, if you like this reading, by the way, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, tell me what's going on, Libra. Let me see, Libra Nation, let's hear it. Okay, so yeah, this is gonna be a very, like, cerebral, like, you may have a lot going on, in your, but like, in a good way, like, just, like, in a way where you're just like, I haven't thought this much before about, in like having movement in the things that I want. Like like you're gonna feel very inspired. You got the Hierophant, which is really great. I absolutely love the fact that you got the Hierophant. This is someone who loves attention. This is someone who and he loves that attention because he is very spiritual and he's helping others. But at the same time, he is very influential. Remember, I said with these Pluto trines, that may be something that really has an impact on you. You even see the two monks at his feet here, paying attention, listening. The only actually major arcana, the first major arcana where other people appear other than the main figure. So this is really great. Remember, this is, he is the connector between the divine, our physical reality. Remember, all this activity in Gemini is in your 9th house of spirituality. So again, you could be having this big impact on others. You could be influential to others. That could be something that I wouldn't hold back on that. You have that in you, okay? Now, you also have the 8 of Swords in your external factors area. So there is, again, it seems like there's someone in your life that you may have to be the one that kind of like, it's like they can't see the reality of something happening. They're refusing to see something that's happening. And it may be up to you. Remember, you're being that person that is just like really, having this impact on people. People are looking up to you. There's someone in your life that may need that magic, that Libra magic this week, okay? It is in your external factors area, so it does feel like it's someone else. And then if you look at what's happening here with the Queen of Swords and the Justice card, like, you're fine. So, and it could be a Gemini, the 8 of Swords is a Gemini card. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. The other thing is, if it is you, if you feel like that there is a sense of like, oh, I don't want to move forward, or I feel really stuck. Get to a point where you're trusting your intuition. Remember, that's going to cut through anything, all right? You also have the Sword of the Justice card. I mean, this is true perception. In fact, both of their swords pointed straight to the sky, like being honest with yourself, everyone being honest with you. They can't hide from you. Like, you're going to be fine here. So yes, there could be someone in your life that is, you may have to get them to a point where they need to walk out of this prison of swords that they built for themselves. They're afraid of like moving forward in some way. And you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. You also got the 2 of Wands. Really great. You are planning. That's what Mars and remember, it's like that slow down, planning your next step, really knowing what you want forward, moving forward. A lot of it could be partnership related, okay? And it could be even a partner that's here. But I say that because the 2 of Wands, one of the most like underrated, I mean, this card is attributed to Mars and Aries, so really powerful card. You even see him standing there with the world in his hands, okay? But this is definitely like processing things. You want things. You want things, but you got to plan things first. You got to plan things. So you have the Knight of Cups here, but with this being an Aries card, ruling your 7th house of partnerships and relationships, you got these 2 Libra cards. You rule partnerships and relationships, so there could be something there, all right, in terms of next steps and seeing something in terms of that, the way that you need to see it. You also have the Knight of Cups here, who very partnership. He is a knight in shining armor, right? Now, and it can be work too. Okay, it can be work too. You've got stuff happening with work as well. Now, you do have the Knight of Swords in your final outcome, so it looks like you are just ready to blaze forward. You're gonna put wheels in motion. You're absolutely good here. You're absolutely good. I'm gonna clarify this Eight of Swords for you. Oh yeah. There is someone who is definitely going through it, okay, this week. And it could be someone you could have. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it looks like they need to do this emotional healing before they have their transformation, but you can see that there is some big transformation that is right around the corner for them, and it could be part of your journey too. And so you need everyone on your journey being in a good headspace and whatnot. It could be your career, work, it could be your relationship, it could be family related, but really just, give that Libra love and they'll be fine, but it'll be part of their transformation too. Remember, it is a week of very transformative energy that's happening. And with the Death card here, the card of transformation, really big deal. So Libra,